Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. I'm a wee bit late today, so I do apologise. I'm about 8 minutes late because I was doing a video for a new the premium channel and the crypto calls that we're going to be making throughout the day now. So Jimbo in the group had a great suggestion to make calls throughout the day instead of just me doing the calls in the morning, and obviously I missed kind of 24 hours worth of calls possibly. So we're trying to get that strategy together. I've just made a video for the admins and Jimbo just to see how we're going to do this and how the logistics of it are going to work. So if you're in the premium channel, fantastic. And I noticed RC in the group as well just published a script for this strategy as well. So he's just found it as well. Don't know how the hell you found that, RC, but that's fantastic that you found that. So we'll be giving you that script as well. It's a script, just a copy of another script, and I just kind of changed it a wee bit. So I didn't completely write it. So I've done it in Pine Editor and TradingView. I don't know how to kind of write script, but I just kind of worked it out and just kind of made it. Okay, big congratulations to Mike D, who is one of our brilliant admins. So big happy birthday to you, Mike. Big congratulations to you. And also to Pete in the group as well, on the premium channel. Pete has just had a baby boy. Well, he hasn't. Obviously, his partner has. So huge congratulations to you as well, Pete. So I just wanted to mention that as well beforehand. And big shout out to Jimbo as well, who's kind of leading, well, not leading, but he's kind of made the suggestion and kind of worked with us and the admin team as well to get this kind of new calls strategy in place as well. So thank you very much for that, Jimbo. Big shout out to you as well, mate. Okay, I'm just going to see if we're live or not. I've been kind of a bit manic, so just bear with me. I'll just see if we are live. We are. So I'm just going to jump over. Who have we got in? Kim O'Brien's in house. Welcome to you, Kim, one of our brilliant admins. Mac Paulin is in. OST right now. Shit, I just seen that as well. Just when I was making a video, I seen kind of OST as well. Honest Crypto Journey's in the house. Adver Hagen is in the house. Welcome to you. Liam Hunt. Davey Stew, one of our brilliant admins. IoT Financial is in. David Schwartz is in the house. Chris Noble, Matthew Park, Stephen King, Rob UK, one of our brilliant admins, is in as well. Monica, JC Stander, good morning to you. Tim Moores and Joseph McKenney is in. Welcome to you. Deb, one of our brilliant admins, in as well. Martin and Sonia, David Schwartz, I've said, Marcus Jafari, Alex Jug, and James Oklahoma, one of our brilliant admins as well. So we've got most of the admins in today as well, which is fantastic to see. I'm glad to make another live. I'll only be on it for a bit, but all I can get is good. Excellent. Polite Chaos is in the house as well. Okay, I've not even had time to look at the news because I was up this morning looking at ETC, got out of ETC. I missed the rise up to 2,000 or 290,000, but I got out 278,000. Then I got back in for another cheeky wee 2%, and then out again. So I'm out of ETC just now, which is good. So we're just going to look at CoinMarketCap and look at the overall picture. 254 million overall kind of market capitalization or trading that's been done just now. BTC dominance of 47.7%. Bitcoin is went up and over 7,000, thank goodness. So if we can stay over 7,000, I think the alts are going to do well if we're stabilized at 7,000 or round about that mark and just slowly and organically go up instead of these pumps and the big dumps after it as well. So we want to let that go up organically, which is be fantastic for the alts and for Bitcoin as well if that happened. So who's the kind of big winners? Basic Attention Token, that kind of took off last night, and that was kind of noticed by a few of the people in the private group as well, the premium group. And if you want to join the premium group, got a brilliant team over there, got a brilliant group over in the premium group. You can click on the link down below and we make calls every day, and we're just changing the way we're making the calls as well. Ethereum Classic up 7% again to $18.57. A lot of people in the premium group had a brilliant run with that. So big congratulations to you if you stayed in that. You'd have got out hopefully around about 280,000, 290,000-ish. And a lot of people are making kind of 10, 15, 20% gains, 25% gains. I've seen somebody. And I made a 20% gain, which was fantastic. Then another wee 2%. Aurora Coin is up 3.85. Dropo, Wax, Bitcoin Gold, NXT. Not a lot of them up. Only about 20% of the top 100 up. Who's the biggest losers? IOTA and Zilliqa, Metaverse, Mixin, Elastos, Walton Chain, Moac, Golem, Aeon. are all down. Only one in double digits, that's at IOTA. So that might be a good play to get back into on the bounce. And we'll just look at the next 100 and see who the top is. OST. Now it was OST literally just gone up. Because I was looking at it on the charts and just kind of seen it when I was making a video for the admins. I think that was one of the ones I've seen, but it's just gone up, shot up like 131%. Wow, 137%. That is mental. So I don't know what's driving that. I don't know why it shot up. Obviously there's news of some kind that's just kind of made that shoot right up. I don't see it being a pump and dump. It doesn't look like a pump and dump just now, because it's not usually a pump and dump comes right back down. We'll just look at it on the 5-minute chart, on the 15-minute chart. No, it's not a pump and dump either. So there must be some major news about Simple Token, but I've not seen it. So yeah, that crossed over as 629. So that would have been a really good one to get into, obviously, with 150% gain. It's still going up just now. So congratulations if you're in OST. Let me know if you're in OST. Yeah, crush the likes, everybody, as well. Remember, crush the likes if you like these videos. It does help the channel. We're growing very slowly, but it's growing. That's the main thing. Who else is in the house? John Warburton is in. Mark Pollen went. Should I close OST? I'm in on the train. Well, I don't know. With OST, I mean, I would definitely look to get out with a big profit, but it's still riding just now. I'd move your stop loss up to about 2 or 3% just now in case that comes zooming back down. But yeah, I would be in it just now. I'd stay in it and just move your stop loss up to maybe 2% if you're in it just now. So well done. Honest Crypto Journey made a cheeky wee 10% on ETC yesterday until it got stopped out. Currently riding the BTC bull train. Yeah, BTC is going up as well. Going to be looking at that. Mac Pawn closed 50% right now. Keep 50% left. Excellent. Cole Phillips, good morning to you as well. Yeah, some people have different strategies for when they're closing out. They close like half of it or 25% of it. I don't. I'll just move the stop loss right up and try and ride the wave on that. We'll see what it's doing just now. It's still gone up just now. A lot of people are going to FOMO into that. 150%. Yeah, I'd have been moving the stop loss up and just go out of it, all of it, or in all. So I'd be in 100% or out 100%. But it's still a good strategy if you're in 50% and out 50%. That's fantastic. So I wonder what's driving that news. Was surplus of hot yesterday? Was surplus of hot yesterday? So I don't know what that means, Mark Paulin. I take it that's a spelling. Something to do with spelling. Okay, so look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin started to go up as well. It's still going up. OST at the minute. 161% up just now. This is crazy. Really crazy. 166%. We'll just see how far this can go. 175%. What's driving it? Simple token news, OST, crypto. We'll just see if there's any news, and we'll do it. July 31st, 14 hours ago, podcast, nope, nothing there. Tools, anytime, we'll go the past hour. Now there must be some news that came out. That doesn't go up just like that. That's up to 175% and still climbing just now, so it's not a pump and dump. It just wouldn't go up that quickly. It would come back. If it was a pump and dump, it would come back down as quick as it went up. but it's not. So I wonder what's driving that, and it'd be interesting to find out. If you know what's driving that, let me know in the chat. It'd be good to see what's driving it. It's coming back down a wee bit just now, 168%. That would have been a fantastic one to get in on that. Good day and toodles. Taking dogs to park. It's vodka time. Enjoy the chat. Despicable Wombat. Excellent. And see BCH spiking hard. So there's going to be a lot of them spiking. What else is kind of spiking here? We'll just have a wee look. Yo-Yo. That was called yesterday. It wasn't called. One of the admins. I think it was Jimbo that might have looked at it and seen it. Now we'll look at the Heikenasha chat. So POE is going up, Poet. So there's going to be a few of them we're going to get jumping today. Excellent. So OST up to 182% just now. This is crazy. So it's not a pump and dump. MacPawn still going up, sold all 1700, bought at 900. Fantastic, fantastic. That's nearly 100% increase, and that is brilliant. OST pumping because it's listed on Upbit Exchange in Korea. Ah, right, that's what it is. And got that right. So that's why it's pumping so hard. So that will come back down. But if you're in on that, well, congratulations to MacPawn. That's fantastic. Okay, so we'll look at Bitcoin just now. We'll stop looking at OST. USDT. Tell that because that's going up as well. Thank goodness. So it did spike up to 7120. It's now sitting at 7024. But the main thing is above the $7,000 psychological level. That is the main thing, and that's where we want to stay. Now we want steady growth. We don't have these pumps and dumps that we've been seeing, big dumps over the last few kind of weeks. So we want nice steady growth now, although it's kind of jumped up there. Jumped up 3% in the space of an hour. So if we can stay above the 7,000 level, that is good. It's good for the alts. It's good for Bitcoin as well, obviously. But we need to wait and see what happens with that. It's steadily coming back down from 7120, to be expected, obviously, after a big jump like that. So I think we're going to see a lot of jumps in the alts market as well now. After that, back to chat. David Stewart, we all missed those big increases. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot more if we're steady. Faris, OST is pumped because listening up. But yeah, what's up, folk? Hope everything's good. That's Genio. Tim Rose, do you think there are many similarities between Tailcoin and BACS, or do you think there is a marketplace for both? Definitely a marketplace for both. Competition is good. Competition is what drives you to be better, for a company to be better, for you to start thinking differently as well. So if there's no competition and you're the only person or the only company in that marketplace, then you tend to get a bit complacent. So competition is always good. RC is in the house. Welcome to you, RC. And well done on noticing that kind of script that I just published. MagPawn, like a few weeks ago, they didn't have time to close the position, went down faster as up. Yeah, that's kind of pump and dump. Tim Morrison, in your opinion, the best long-term investment, those revolving around mobile phones and the banking system? No, not necessarily. For the long term, I like the exchange coins. I do like the exchange coins for the long term. So it's not just involved in banking and around mobile phones. I like Dent. Dent is a really good one for kind of the mobile phone area. I think that's a brilliant one, very undervalued at the moment. I think it's sitting around 30 Satoshi. And I kind of published that the other day in the kind of premium group about Dent, Holochain and PundiX as three coins that could go up by 100% before the end of the year. How is BABB volume outlook? Just have a wee look at BABB just now. See where they are on the funding. They've got funded obviously already. I just wanted to see what they're up to. So they're £12,000 overfunded just now, which is brilliant to see. And where are they on KuCoin? See where they are just now. I think the last time I looked they were 11.12, sorry, and they're still 11.12 just now. There's a big sell wall at 12 Satoshi just now. A small buy wall, a smaller buy wall at 11 Satoshi. So it could be easily kind of manipulated this, but big sell walls at 12, 13, 14. And the buy walls at 11, 10 and 9 Satoshi. So we need news coming out of BABB. That's going to be the next thing for the license. And any other news that kind of comes out should kind of push it up from here, especially if Bitcoin stays over 7,000, and it is just now, which is brilliant. Okay, we'll just have a look on Binance. And see what's going on there. OST obviously leading the charge, 150%. That's on a 5-minute chart. Yeah, a big jump up there. Yo-Yo is still going well just now. This is on the hourly chart. Basic attention token. BRD hot. So I'm interested in the kind of smaller Satoshi coins, Satoshi value coins. So hot jumped up. I was in at 8 the other day, got out of it because it was just way too slow for my trading. So, but you have to kind of take these things on the chin. I didn't kind of bother when I seen it going up. I thought, oh shit, I missed out on a 50% rise. But that's cool because it allowed me to trade at the likes of ETC. So I didn't miss out that much on it. But I think hot is going to do well. Holochain, I think PundiX is going to do well. I'm looking to get back into PundiX, but it looks as if it's going to come down to 27, 28 Satoshi level. So I'm going to wait and see what happens with that. They've got an announcement coming out tomorrow as well. Dent are sitting at 30, well 29, just literally gone to 29.30 Satoshi just now. So I'll be looking to get into Dent at some point, but I'd rather trade and get some more cash in. Just now, BCN, I'm not really interested in BCN just now for trading. That looks as if it's going to go to 33, 34. SC, that could be a good one for trading as well. So all these low Satoshi value coins, I think they're all going to double. Literally, you're going to get 100% return if you invest in kind of any of these before December, because they're all good. Encash is going to be a good one. MFT is going to be a good one. Storm, VET in particular is going to be a good one, I think. Just waiting on that coming back into play. It's kind of trading sideways at the moment, but I think we're going to see a 100% increase in that very soon. PO, we're starting to see a rise already on POET. Yeah, so we're starting to see a rise already on that. Was 193 up to about 215, coming back down again. So all these ones under, say, 400-500 Satoshi, I think they're all going to double before the end of the year. And that's the ones I'm kind of looking at, but obviously looking at other opportunities as well. Wolf, do you think, Steve, it's worth trading according to day chart over the hour and waiting for longer swings? We are kind of trading on the day chart. Well, we're day trading just now using the hourly chart. So yeah, I definitely think it's worth doing that. I think what I've tended to do in the past is kind of hodl. I thought, okay, I'm going to buy brilliant kind of projects with a brilliant team, brilliant use case scenario. I'm going to be doing that. That's still a good strategy, but it's not worked well in this kind of down market, especially if you kind of got in January, February time when everything was at its all-time high. So now we've been trading to build up our Bitcoin. Yeah, we're looking really to build up the Bitcoin so we can start investing in these kind of low value or low market cap coins again for the longer term. So hodling is a brilliant strategy if you get in near the bottom, but it's a crap strategy if you get near the top. But the thing is, you don't know where the top is, you don't know where the bottom is. either. So it's difficult. It's a difficult one. But just now, everybody's expecting Bitcoin to go up to 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. So you can kind of safely say we're kind of near the bottom for the altcoins as well. If you've got a project you think is going to be brilliant. And that's why I think the likes of BABB, kind of Holochain, PundiX, Dent, they've all got use case scenarios for them. And I think they could be really good for the long term as well. There's loads of others that are going to be brilliant for the long term as well. Particularly like kind of Binance, like that, still for the long term, that's been going up. It's been Bitcoin kind of resistant as well, which is good. So I like that for the long term. There's loads of them I kind of really like for the long term. One of the bigger players that I really like for the long term is Cardano. I think that's going to take a jump up, and I think we're going to see a 100% increase in that as well. Even though the market capitalization is at $1.5 billion at the moment, I still think we're going to see another kind of 100% increase in that, going up to 3 billion. And really, when we look at it, if we look at the likes of Cardano, we'll see we're probably about 3 times off its all-time high, or 4 times off it just now. So it's all-time high. So market capitalization of 3 billion just now. It's not 1.5. So it's 3 billion at the moment. It has had a market cap of 31 billion USD. 31 billion, so 10 times from where it is just now. But that's the market cap. The price was $1.22, but that's because Bitcoin price was up. So if we look at the Satoshi value, 8412. Satoshi value at the moment is 1847, so about 5 times from where it is from here. So if we know, for example, and this is the kind of way I'm looking at it as well, but I want to build up my BTC position before I take a long-term position in the likes of Cardano. If we know that a company is fantastic, it's got brilliant projects, it's got brilliant use case scenarios, it's got fundamentals that are really good as well, they're kind of constantly updating, and Cardano are, and we know its all-time high has been 5 times from where it is just now in Satoshi value, and we know things have changed from where it was at its all-time high. Fundamentally it's changed, it's got better, teams got better, more and more people are using it. If we know that, then we can safely assume that it's going to get back to its all-time high again, which is 500% from here. So this is why I'm looking at the likes of Cardano. With the likes of kind of BABB, PundiX, Holochain, and Dent, we don't know kind of too much of the history of it, because it's not been trading that long. And Cardano's been trading longer, obviously. But it's more like you're kind of, it's not speculating, that's the wrong word, because you're investing in like a startup with the likes of BABB, which is what they are. Same with Dent, same with PundiX as well. But they have got, PundiX has got a product out already. They're selling their kind of point of sale machines for $300, and they're looking to get 100,000 out in this time, 3 years time. So 100,000 times $300 is 30 million dollars for the company, if I've got that right. I think it's something like that, or 300 million. Yeah, I think it's $30 million, and that's coming into the company. So that's why I'm looking at the likes of PundiX. Dent as well, they've already kind of in about 70 countries just now with the telco companies as well, the mobile phone companies. So they've got something out that's being used at the moment just now. It's just a matter of coming up. That's why I like Dent. And Holochain, it's like kind of blockchain 3.0, if we will, if it takes off. So that's more speculative, Holochain, but I just think it's going to do really well. BABB, I just think is going to do brilliant because the team, the way they've been working, if they get their banking license, I think for me it all hinges on the banking license, if I'm being really honest. It's going to be the first kind of official bank on the blockchain. So they're going to be first to market with that. Obviously they've got competitors there that are doing similar things as well. Competition is good. So I don't see competition as a bad thing. I see it as a good thing for companies in general. Keeps you in the game, keeps your game up as well, keeps you constantly thinking about how you can do it better and how you can serve your customers better as well. So that's why I'm looking at the likes of them. But the likes of Cardano that have been kind of relatively established, then we look at the all-time high, see where it's fundamentally changed from there. We know it has, so it could go up 500% from here. And that's what I'm expecting with Cardano. So I really do expect that. And there's a good site out as well. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody posted in a premium group looking at the PE ratio, which is a kind of stock market price to earnings ratio, which is stock market kind of valuation, what they do. And I was kind of looking at that. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, there it is there, coin fair value. I thought this was really brilliant actually, but obviously it's very subjective the way they've done the figures. So I'm going to refresh this, see if this has kind of changed over the last kind of 24 hours from when we've seen it. So looking at the price to fair value, or the PE. We'll look at the PE. So the price to earnings ratio, which is what they do in the kind of stock market, this is what they look at in the stock market, is equivalent is just the PFV ratio multiplied by 15. 15 is the average. So it's very subjective in the way they've actually done this, but I just thought it was quite good. And they've got Tron on a high PE ratio. So really what they're saying is Tron is kind of priced at 3 cents just now, but fair value is about 0.3 of a cent. So that's really what they're saying on this site. But obviously, don't know, it's a PV value I'm looking, PFV value I'm looking for. PivX, I was looking at, I think it was VeChain. It was saying VeChain, I think they've changed it now actually. But I think this is going to be a good thing, something similar to this. Obviously they'll have to work out the maths of this as well and work out how to get a price to earnings ratio or a PFV kind of ratio as well. I think that's quite good. So I'll kind of post that for you. It's coinfairvalue.com. Somebody posted it in the premium group the other day, which was, and I thought this is really great if we can get something like this, but with more kind of price kind of put into that as well. But the PFV value for VeChain, for example, it says it's kind of valued at 12 cents just now. It should be $1.55 or something like that, but I can't see it there just now. What was VeChain? Find. Nah, so I can't see there just now, so I don't know if they've changed that. We'll go to BTC value. That's weird that they've not got that now. Yeah, they don't seem to have it. Maybe I'm missing it there. But I thought that was quite cool. Now we'll just go back to chat and then we'll go on to kind of look at some news I've kind of quickly looked over. Tron just not bugging, just not budging. Yeah, it's not budging at all just now. I think it's in about 412. Have you been investing in top coins too lately? I haven't been investing, I've just been trading just now. I'm looking to build up my BTC position. So I've been trading just now and I find out the best way to do that, and then I'll start investing again as well. And if kind of BABB come down anymore to maybe like 8, 9, 7 Satoshi, I'll invest some more in that as well. I got out a big position in BABB because I was top heavy in it. I got a position at about 16, 17 Satoshi. So if it goes down to 8, I'll just kind of buy into it again to invest into it. Hi Steve, do you know the other coins will be added to Coinbase like ADA, XRM? Have there been any updates? No, what I'll do is I'll go onto the blog.coinbase. So if you go to Coinbase blog, they've got a Medium kind of blog, and you just go into latest stories. And the latest one was yesterday. How we're scaling our platform for spikes in customer demand. Coinbase has come to Wyoming. And final testing for ETC support as well. So yeah, I'll just go into there and just subscribe to their kind of updates. That's what I would do for Coinbase. Coinbase are doing really well at the moment. Really surprised and pleasantly surprised at what they're doing for the crypto space as a whole. Really, really good things that they're doing just now. Has a BABB team got a good balance of people involved? I don't know all the people involved in it, but it looks that the new people that they've brought in are focusing on the banking license. So I think that's a good thing. They've got kind of the young ones in there as well, doing the marketing as well. I say young ones, relatively young ones. Everybody's young to me. I'm kind of coming up for 50 years old. Although that's not old, I'm 32 in my head, so nothing's going to change there. But yeah, I think they've got a good team involved. Paul and Adam are really good, kind of leading it. Obviously, they've got Rushdie, who's kind of in the background, being a CEO as he should be. So yeah, I think they have got a good balance there. David Stewie, NEO, fair value was crazy low. I think NEO is great. NEO is fantastic. Yeah, that was one of the ones. I didn't actually see that. I just kind of looked at a couple of the others. And NEO was one that was valued, fair value was about $13 or something, which I did not kind of agree with. And that's a Bitcoin value. So we'll just take a look at the USD value. NEO, the fair value is $13.24. I'm going, what the... I just did not get that at all. Yeah, in Cardano it says the the fair value is 8 cents just now. I don't see Cardano fair value 8 cents. So that's what I mean. I love the idea of something like this, but I just think they've got the maths kind of all wrong on it. But I love the idea of doing something like this and making it akin to what the kind of stock market does as well, looking at the price to earnings ratio and the price to fair value kind of ratio as well. So they need to work on that, but I think it's a brilliant idea to do something like this. Hello Suleiman, hi Steve, do you know when the other coins will be? Alright, I've seen that already, I do apologise. Hi Steve, hope you're well. Had a little break from crypto to try and bring the stress levels down. Kyle Allen, good to see you back, mate. Yeah, good to take a break as well for you, Kyle. So I think when you move away, you start to realise just how stressed you can be watching crypto when you actually go out and do something for a few hours, and then you come back and your stress levels kind of go up. But there's good stress and there's bad stress. I think doing crypto is like eustress, so there's eustress and there's distress. You don't want the distress, and that's the bad kind of stress. The eustress is good. That's good for you, for making you feel good as well. So I see kind of crypto as kind of eustress as well, unless you're going down all the time, which is distress. So there's different types of stresses. Eustress is kind of when you're having sex. That's as eustress. There's a stress on your body. Your kind of heart's pumping hard. Pupils dilate. Pupils go. Your blood's kind of pumping around the body very quickly. You're getting all those hormone releases. That is eustress, and you get that when you're watching crypto. So crypto is akin to having sex. Go figure. So that is eustress. I thought that was quite interesting. Don't know where the hell that came from. Do apologise. Bernard Ronald, hello to you. And say, do you plan your holiday depending on the crypto market? No, I take the crypto market with me on holiday. Is what I do when we go on holiday. So I've got a kind of mobile phone. I take my laptop. If we're going on a cruise or something, I'll just take my laptop as well, and I'll just work 2 hours in the morning on a cruise. And the rest of the time is spent with my wife and my family if we're going with the family. So, but I still get up at 5 o'clock when I go on holiday as well. So yeah, I take the crypto market with me. Atif Mahmood, hi Steve, can you tell next move of ETC? So we'll have a look at ETC. What's it doing just now? So a lot of people have done really well with ETC. We need to see what's doing at the moment. So it's down just now to 2639. So if you're looking on the 15-minute, so we'd be out of the game just now. So I'm out of it just now. So see what happens when it. So it's been listed on Coinbase as of today. I think you can actually transfer in your ETC tokens in today. So we'll see what happens when it's actually available for trading. So I don't believe it's available for trading at the minute, but it should be later on today or tomorrow, within this week sometime. So I expect it to go back up. If I'm being really honest, I expect it to go back up, and I can see it hitting over $20. I still see that happening, but we need to wait and see. At the moment, a lot of people are taking profits just now, which is the right thing to do. I think a lot of us have done that already, which is a good thing to do. Take the profits and then see when there's a good opportunity to get back in, or walk away altogether. Just walk away from ETC. You've done the trade, and that's my thoughts this morning. I've got the 20%, I've got the cheeky wee 2% this morning. I'm just walking away and I'll look for the next trade to get in on, and that's what I'm doing with ETC. But if it comes up again, the opportunity comes out. If it goes down much further and then the opportunity presents itself to go in, then I will go in. At these levels, 2638-ish, it could really spike up from here, but I'm just waiting to see kind of what happens. But essentially I'm kind of walking away and I'm looking for the next trade just now. Dave T94, Cardano staking is what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, that's going to be good as well if you're going to be able to do that. That'd be fantastic. It just means long-term holding if you're Cardano staking. Mark Pawn, did you realise, Steve, a lot happening this time, 9:30 AM? The reason for it? No. Did you realise, Steve, a lot happening at this time, 9:30 AM? Reason for it? I don't know what you mean, Mark Pawn. There's a lot happening at 9:30 AM. Do you mean spikes in the? I don't know what you mean by that, Mark Pawn. And see, maybe it'd be good to train our kids to watch the charts if they are smart. Yeah, they would see the kind of patterns much more than us, maybe. That would be good, actually. Tim Moore's thinking of getting into Pundi X. Do you think there's much more to drop? Seems to Too cheap to miss. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about Pundi X as well. I just think what's going to happen with Pundi X is people are going to hop onto it, and they're going to realise how good a company it is, and kind of the point of sale machines that are going out, how many they've got out, kind of going out and everything, and the team they've got behind them. And I think then it's just going to pump quite hard, and I see it doing being 100 Satoshi before the end of the year. So I'm looking for a good opportunity to get in on Pundi X. As I said, I still think it is a good company, and I just think they're way kind of undervalued. But they're sitting about 200 million market cap, so maybe it's fair value just now. Yeah, it's about 197 million market cap. But I do see them going up. And again, this is one of those companies, if you say, okay, if we get to its all-time high of 1.5 cents, then we're talking 10 times from where it is, or 7 or 8 times from where it is just now. And if we just kind of think about it from that point of view, Satoshi value-wise, it was 233 Satoshi, its all-time high. So that would have been a market capitalization of just over 1 billion. And it's at 29 just now, so it's about 8 times off where it is just now. So I can just see this kind of 4xing, 5xing, even more than that, because the fundamentals have changed for Pundi X as well. Since it did hit its all-time high, the fundamentals have changed, well, not that much since June the 17th, but they have changed. They've got more and more kind of partners, they've got more and more announcements kind of coming out. They're doing a coin burn of 500 million, and they're still doing the airdrops. I think they're going to make an announcement tomorrow, possibly about that as well. And there's going to be some big announcement tomorrow as well for Pundi X. So looking at it just now, if we look at the order books, 28.29. So it might be about to change because it was lower than that. It looked as if it was going to go to 27.28. So it might be worth getting into just now. The trouble with kind of Pundi X and the likes of Hot and Dent, they're just very slow. They're not trading coins as such. You have to kind of buy and hold them for 4 to 5 days, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. So I do think Pundi X, when it goes, it's going to blow. I really do. I think it's going to go from like 29 Satoshi, and it's just going to jump right up to 45 to 50 Satoshi, and then it's just going to steadily grow from there. So we're going to see a big jump in Pundi soon, I believe. But that's just my thoughts. Do your own research. Put big girl pants on, big boy pants on. Do your own research. I'm not your dad or anything like that. But I do think that's going to happen with Pundi X. It's just very slow. Once you get into it, you just have to kind of walk away for a few days and see what happens. I've never done any news yet, and we're still, that's cool. What I mean about 9:30, a lot of coins are going up like hell. It's not happening so much during the day. I see what you mean. So it could be the markets, it could be kind of the British markets are kind of getting up around about that time, or the European markets are getting up around about that time, and then you've got the American markets coming in around about 2 PM BST time, because they're 5 hours behind us, 5 hours to 8 hours over on the kind of west coast as well. So 5 hours on the east coast, 8 hours on the west coast, and then you've got obviously Australian markets as well, Australasian markets and the Asian markets. So it just depends. So 9:30 AM might be the time that kind of British and the Europeans are just getting into crypto and buying. Rob UK, happy birthday Mike from the admin team. Enjoy the day, no more trades for you today. Yeah, I kind of wished happy birthday to Mike this morning on the live as well. So big happy birthday to you, Mike, one of the brilliant admins. So hope you have a brilliant day. I don't think he's here today, is he? I didn't see Mike in. I think he's having a wee well-deserved day off. Tim Moore's price prediction for Pundi X by the end of the year, 100 Satoshi. So that's my price prediction. I don't normally do price predictions, but 100 Satoshi for the end of the year for Pundi X. Okay, we'll quickly have a look at the news. Brian Kelly says ICE's launch a backed platform will propel the arrival of ETF, which I thought was interesting. This is kind of news from yesterday. So last Friday on August the 3rd, Intercontinental Exchange, the parent company of New York Stock Exchange, announced the launch of a new backed platform with an aim to allow the crypto enthusiast to spend their digital currency holdings easily. To accomplish this project successfully, ICE has collaborated with several big organisations from the tech, finance and retail sector. Microsoft, BCG, Starbucks will be working with ICE, although Starbucks I think they came out and said they're not going to be accepting Bitcoin or anything like that. This is something different altogether. So I think this is good news. I think this is really good news. I think this actually came out yesterday. Yeah, it came out yesterday. So I think it's good news for kind of Bitcoin, crypto in general, and for the upcoming ETF. The ETF is going to happen. It's not going to happen in a couple of days' time. A lot of people are expecting the news to come out in a couple of days, I believe. So they think on the 10th of August, 10th to the 15th of August, the SEC are going to come out and say yay or nay to the Bitcoin ETF. That's not going to happen. I think they're going to delay it further and just say, okay, we're going to have to think about this more. So I don't think there's going to be any news as such on that date. A lot of people are still expecting that, but it's kind of almost been confirmed it's going to be September and they're going to be coming out, so we'll need to wait and see. Bank of Thailand allows cryptocurrency activities, issue, sell and invest possible via subsidiary. So Thailand's financial institutions, including the commercial banks, can now engage in cryptocurrency activities. Central Bank of the country recently announced on August the 1st, the Bank of Thailand issued a circular to all financial institutions to inform them about the new crypto policies. It will allow them to invest, issue and sell cryptocurrencies. Again, brilliant news for Bitcoin, brilliant news for the cryptosphere, just brilliant news in general. So the sentiment is changing and building all the time to this Bitcoin just shooting up to over $20,000 and the ETF coming out. Things are changing quite quickly, actually. I'm surprised at how quickly the sentiment is changing. South Korea's biggest exchange, Upbit, 100% solvent, new report finds. So this is just kind of came out as well, that Upbit was kind of being looked into for worries about misconduct. So a May raid on the company's headquarters worried investors, who are now letting out sighs of relief as audits reinforce the company's integrity. So the Seoul-based company was able to prove its integrity to investors, Forbes reported on Sunday evening. The audit comes amidst a May the 10th and 11th raid on the company's Gangnam branch by Korean authorities. So that's good news as well. So 100% solvent. So again, another piece of good news for the cryptosphere and Bitcoin as a whole as well. We'll just have a wee look back at Bitcoin as well, see what they're doing. Where's ETC doing? 2645. BTC USDT. So we're up to 7,048, just jumped up, 7,048 just now, which is a good thing. Okay, other news. Yeah, this was good news as well. If this kind of comes off, this is going to be huge for Americans. The New York Stock Exchange owner wants to bring Bitcoin to your 401k or crypto credit cards next. So Bitcoin could be on the verge of breaking through as a mainstream currency. At least that's the goal of startup that's soon to be launched by one of the most powerful players on Wall Street, which is what we were talking about earlier on as well. So it's talking about intercontinental exchange, but the thought of it going into your 401k could be amazing as well. That was the kind of other side of it that didn't really kind of report in this article. But the other side of it is it going into your 401k if you're an American. And I suppose it could be coming over to the UK and kind of Europe if you've got a SIP account, for example, and you can put Bitcoin into your SIP account, which is a self-invested kind of pension plan, or self-invested kind of pension plan or something. I think that's it. But if we were able to put that in our SIP, it means it's going to be tax-free when we take it out. So I think that would be really good as well if UK could do that. So that's similar to what the 401k is. That's my understanding of it as well. So that's big news as well. So if we could put a Bitcoin into a SIP, that would be fantastic. So I don't know if that would happen anytime soon. This was a piece of news I thought was interesting. TechCrunch founder sending 50 million in Ripple's XRP took 3 seconds and cost 30 cents. So the TechCrunch founder Michael Arrington says XRP is by far the best way to move money from one end of the world to the other. In a new interview with Blocking Press, Arrington expanded on why his crypto hedge fund, Arrington XRP Capital, chose to denominate itself in XRP. So it's denominated itself in XRP instead of USD or Bitcoin or kind of gold or anything like that, just purely in XRP, which is good news for XRP. But I thought it was an interesting article to share with you as well. So it took 3 seconds to send $50 million worth, and it cost 30 cents. Imagine if you're doing that, trying to do it through a bank, send $50 million worth of money through a bank, you'd get stopped straight away. It'd probably take you ages to get it through, a week to 2 weeks just to get through the explanation stage. And it's your bloody money, but they still want to know why you're sending it, where you're sending it, where you got it from, when it's your money in the first place. So that's a good thing about cryptocurrency as well. You've nobody to answer to. So it's your money, and you still got to answer to the bank if you send over a certain amount of money to another part of the world, and it takes ages and it costs a lot of money as well. So I thought that was interesting from that point of view as well. Tron releases its weekly report post the TVM launch, aim for industry breakthrough. So Tron is still doing good things. I still believe in Tron, what they're doing. They're just down in a slump just now, but when they go, they're going to blow as well. I really do think that. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll put all these links up for you as well. I know I'm kind of rushing through this. Okay, we'll just go back to chat. TRX still going down. Maybe I will buy again at 0.026. And look at the Satoshi value rather than looking at the dollar value, because the dollar value is based on kind of Bitcoin. So I would look at the Satoshi value. Mark Paul bought Poe a few days ago. Lucky me, but sold hot at 8. Mistake, should keep a few more days. Yeah, trading hot is not good for trading because you have to wait days on it. But if you're going to get 50% having to wait 5 days, I wouldn't mind that at all. Lawrence, Genesis Group. Steve, do you know what's going on with ZIL, and do you think it's a good point to enter? Yeah, I looked at ZIL this morning. I seen it going way down as well, and I thought, okay, this could be a good for a bounce as well. When I looked at that, so we're looking at the kind of Binance price. So if we look at ZIL, if we look on the daily chart first of all, to get the bigger picture, we always want to look to get the bigger picture. So this is kind of going down just now. Zilliqa is going down, and this is the lowest it's been since around about April, and the lowest it's ever been since it came onto Binance is 352. The highest has been is 2510, so about 3 times from where it is just now, or nearly 4 times, 3.5 times where it is just now. So what I'd be looking to do with Zilliqa is keeping an eye on the 1 hour chart. Obviously the 1 hour chart is telling you to sell at 807. I'll be keeping an eye on the 1 hour chart and seeing when it comes back up and that 7MA crosses over the 25MA, and then I'll start piling into Zilliqa, because what's going to happen now, you're going to see these 50% increases, 75% increases, 100% increases, like we're seeing with the OST. Obviously OST was listed on Upbit, that's why it went up, but I think this is what we're going to see with the likes of kind of Zilliqa and the lower kind of price coins, as well as some of the higher price ones as well. So I think that's going to start to happen more and more. So is this a start of alt season again? We don't know. We don't know, but it certainly looks, the way the kind of sentiment is going just now, you can just feel there's a different energy in the air just now with the investors, certainly in the kind of premium group that I notice. There's an air of energy that's been different for the last even month, to be honest. So I think this might be the start of alt season if Bitcoin behaves itself. If it stays around about this level, this could be the start of alt season. So we need to wait and see what happens. Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't shoot up in price, and we can get a good run on the alts and kind of trade our way to get more Bitcoin. And that's what I'm looking to do just now. WPR, shit, I missed that again as well. See, these are the ones kind of noticed this morning for the call, and it's kind of jumped up already. It's up 60%. It was up 60%. So that was my point exactly. You're going to see a lot more of this, because of alt season, it looks as if it's coming back in. Poe as well, big jump, obviously. Chat as well, that was another one. You kind of notice DNT. This is ridiculous, man. So see those big spikes. So this is definitely something kind of going, this is weird actually that there's so many big spikes. Okay, that's what's going on. This is what Mark Paul was talking about. Engine, that's crossed over, kind of looked at that. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities in the alts. It's not be a case of when to get in, it'll be a case of when to get out. So that's going to be a difficulty in and of itself. And OST is still going up. It's starting to climb back up, 180% now. Crazy. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now, and I'll just say, look at the last of the comments. Atif, I think there must be a BTC season before alt season. Yeah, could be. King Ebo, Crypto, good morning to you. Should have bought into OST when I called it earlier, but we'll see more chances throughout the day. Yeah, we definitely will. I think there's going to be a lot of chances in the alts market. How much do you leave out your emotions with trading and investing? It's difficult. It's not easy to leave out your emotions, because when you see one spiking, you start to think, shit, should I get out just now because it's going to come back down and I'll lose out my position? But then if you just look at it in kind of numbers and just see it as numbers, and you don't, I think the worst thing that people do when, or kind of what I've done in the past, is I've kind of looked at the price and where it is relative to where it was before. But if you look at where it is just at this snapshot of the moment and just look at it from there, you can start to take your emotions out of it and just purely have a system in place. So if you're going to trade on, I don't know, whereby you get in at a price and then you set a price level to get out at, let's say 1850 or something, you get in at 1500 and you want to get out 1850, take your profit, run, and then if it comes back down to where you bought in originally, you could go back in again. So it's difficult to take your emotions out of it, especially when something's pumping, especially when something's going down quite hard as well. But this is where you set stop losses, and this is where you set stop limit orders to sell at your kind of price that you want to get out at as well. So kind of you can walk away from it literally, and you take your emotions away with you as well. When you're sitting watching the screens all the time, that's when the emotions come into play. So best to get into a trade, walk away from it if you've set all your limits. But it's difficult if you set a stop loss limit and you can't then set a stop limit buy or sell order at the top either. So that's a difficult one. So it can be difficult, but you do get used to it. Atif, where can I download trading compounding ladder sheet? Are you still following it though? Yeah, we're still doing the 3 to 6 strategy. So the 3 to 6 strategy is whereby we're looking for a 10% gain. It's difficult in a down market, as we've seen over the last month or so. But in an up market, and we're coming in for an up market, it looks as if we're coming in for an up market just now, it's going to be much easier to get that 10%. In fact, we'll be looking at coins thinking it's only gave me 10%. Soon, because other coins will be giving you 50% or something like that, and you're going to be saying soon, oh shit, I only got 10% today. So this in an up market is going to be really good for the 3 to 6 strategy. On a down market, not so good, obviously. You have to really look for the opportunities. But in an up market and a stable market, it's going to be good. Atif, you can download that if you're in a premium group. You can download that from the announcement channel. You'll be able to get that there. Marcus Shafari, Triggers is making a move. Shame it all tied up in other bags. Worth a look though. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot. There is a lot just now. They're just really making moves. OST 209%, 210%. This is kind of crazy, isn't it? 1954 it is just now. Crazy, 1938. So we're going to get a lot of altcoins, and I'm going to go and start trading. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.